Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janice. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining. Today's video is going to be about how I lost 30 pounds in 6 months. I am 51 years old. By the way, I'm not a doctor of any kind. I'm not a registered dietitian. This is just my journey, what I've gone through. I've always worked out. I remember joining Women's Workout World when I was 15 or 16, when I was able to drive. After that, I joined Lifetime Fitness. I've kind of always worked out at home on and off. That was never my favorite thing to do, so I enjoyed going to the gym more often. I'm on compounded testosterone cream once a day in the morning, and then I am on 1 capsule of progesterone every night before bed. So that's my HRT. HRT, if you don't know what that is, it's hormone replacement therapy. I had blood work done, got on HRT, so I do think that helped. Another thing that helped me is on my morning walks is I wear a weighted vest. It's a fitted weighted vest that I wear. It's not one of those that go like around like this. It's actually a fitted full vest. The ones that just go around your chest. I think you can get those for around $30 to $50. Mine was way more than that. It was like $300, but I love it because it fits to your body. It looks like a combat vest. And so I started my first round of tirzepatide July 13th, 2024. Again, at my highest weight. It took, I think, a week before I started not being so hungry. And I did notice that I wasn't craving anything. I still had an appetite. I've always been on a lower dose, but I've heard that the name brand pens have a larger dose in them. And I don't know what that dose is. And I did notice that I was getting headaches at night, like when I took it. So I've always taken my shot on Saturday, and I would notice I would have a headache on Sunday, and it would start to go away by Monday and then be gone until the next following week. I would never get headaches. So I kind of thought it was from that, and that did keep happening for about a month. So because that was compounded, I took it upon myself to do a lower dose on my own. Okay, so this is, I guess, a typical insulin syringe. So this is what it looks like. And I just got these from Walgreens. For reference, this is a regular pen, and then that's the needle. I started doing 10 or 15. I started doing 10 or 15, and I noticed that my cravings were still gone. My appetite was down, and I didn't have the headache. So then from that point forward, up until a month ago, I fluctuated. I would just take it to the 6 or the 8 mark on here. So a very small amount. So there's the 10. I would just, fill it, like, I would just take that much. I get around 1,500 calories a day, and I do fluctuate. So I fluctuate usually, I don't know, 3 to 5 pounds every few days, just depending. I do weigh myself every day. I do have the Renpho scale. It was very inexpensive. I think it was $25. I can link it below. And I don't know if it was the tirzepatide or my HRT. It couldn't have been coincidence that I lost 30 pounds. I was at the point where I just kept going up. And then I started my HRT and my tirzepatide. And I walk most mornings. If it's nice out, I'm out there walking. I walk for anywhere between 20 and 25 minutes. And then usually I will do some type of quick workout at home in the morning before I go to work. So if I'm running out of time, I'll do like a 15-minute kettlebell workout. It's always something with weights. So that is one thing I want you guys to take out of this. Like, if you guys do HRT and or the tirzepatide, you need to lift weights. It takes years for us women to gain muscle. The testosterone I'm on, by the way, is super low. I do think that it's helping in retaining the muscle that I have and helping me build a little bit. You need to have muscle to protect your bones, and we're getting older. We don't want to fall and crack a hip. It's not going to heal as well if the doctor can't has nothing to put the screw into. If your bones are soft and weak or brittle and gonna crack as soon as they drill anything into your bones, you need to work out. I knew that if I was going to start tirzepatide, I had to work out. I had to bump up my weight training. So that's what I did. I do at least 15 minutes a day of weight training. I walk with my weighted vest. I do need to go to the gym more often because they have the heavier weights. I only have a certain amount of weights, but I go to the gym at least once a week. I usually go on Sundays and I lift heavier weights on Sunday, but I do know I need to go more often. You need to also bump up your protein. You need to eat at least a gram of protein for the amount of pounds that is your ideal body weight or that you want to weigh. So if you want to weigh 150 pounds, you need to be getting in 150 grams of protein, of good protein. One of you asked last week if I only eat 2 meals a day. No, I eat at least 3 meals a day. So I always do breakfast, and that is usually eggs and prosciutto, like I showed in my video a couple weeks ago, or I will do chicken patties from Costco, which I love, and some broccoli. I'll insert a picture here. I'm super boring. I'll either do the chicken patties and broccoli for breakfast and lunch, or I'll do ground turkey and broccoli. Whatever I do for breakfast, I usually do for lunch during the week on work days, Monday through Friday. And then when I get home, 9 times out of 10, I have a salad. 9.5 times out of 10, I have a salad. I love my salads. I look forward to them. My protein in them is, I'll either do hard-boiled eggs, sardines, chicken thighs or chicken breasts, whichever one I have, or I do salmon. But you could do any protein you wanted to. Then I do my dessert. So right there, that's 4 meals and about 1,500 calories I get in. Oh, and try to keep busy. I was thinking about that today. Usually on the weekends, I keep pretty busy. I'll run errands, I will garden, I will work out, but I usually keep pretty busy. Even like right now, it's Saturday, I'm doing this YouTube video, and that helps me to not snack mindlessly on things. Oh, another thing I do at night after my dessert is if I'm craving something still or I want something crunchy, I do the sweet potato chips from Costco. It's just sweet potatoes and I think avocado oil. They're so good. Or I just have more of that 7 Sundays. I think it's called 7 Sundays cereal, the chocolate. I love it. But I sit on the couch, I watch YouTube videos, and I'll just eat that. And I'm still able to keep the weight off, even though I've been off the tirzepatide for a month. I do weigh myself every day. If I see my weight creeping up too much, like 1 pound is fine. I'm fine with that. But if the next day I'm up 2 pounds, I'm like, what the heck? The next day I'm up 3 pounds. I'm like, okay, come on, reel it in, Janice. And then maybe I'll go on an extra walk. Maybe I'll go on a walk at night. If I notice, like last week, I had creeped up 3 pounds, but I wasn't doing anything different except I wasn't standing at my desk as much that week. It was just cold and I didn't feel like standing. So we have standing desks at the office. And I love it because I do try to stand at least half the day, but I didn't do that. And I wasn't doing the stairs. I usually do the stairs at work. So I wasn't doing that. It's every little bit of calories that you're burning help out. So an Apple Watch or a Fitbit, I would recommend one of these or some other way to keep track of your activity, whatever works for you. I know there's the Oura ring, which I would love to get, but they're so expensive. I mean, the Apple Watch is expensive too, but I've had this for like 5 years now. I know there are less expensive brands out there. I don't know how good they are, but do your research. But I love my Apple Watch. My neighbor did just buy one for $156 on Amazon. It was refurbished. I used to have a Fitbit. I think those are way more reasonable than an Apple Watch or an Oura ring. But just, it's fun to just keep track so you can compete with yourself, again, or your friends if you want to. But for me, I like competing with myself. If I go on a walk and it took me 25 minutes, I try to do 24 minutes the next day. It used to take me 8 minutes to go down and up the stairs at my office. And now it takes me, I can do it in 6 minutes. So just doing the stairs, and I don't do them every day. In fact, like I said, I got out of it for like a month, but I do try to do them at least every other day. And I'll just walk out of my office, set my watch to stair climber, and I go up 11 floors and then I walk down 11 floors. And I can do that now in about 6 minutes, whereas before it took me eight minutes. So yeah, compete with yourself. Just do something every day to make yourself a little bit better. When I'm watching TV, if I notice like, oh, I've been sitting on my butt a lot today, I will do squats. I have a little step thing right here. I'll just do squats. I'll tap my butt, stand up, tap my butt, stand up. I'll do some lunges, bicep curls. I'll bring my weights from the office and bring them in the living room, do some bicep curls while I'm watching YouTube videos. You don't have to do it for an hour. If you are sitting on the couch and it pops in your head like, oh, I really didn't do that much today, or you look at your watch or your Fitbit or whatever, and it says you only have 3,000 steps. That's not enough, you guys. You need to, I don't get in 10,000 a day. I try, I don't. Even if I walk in the morning and at night and I do the stairs, I get in 10,000 steps in a day. Or if I'm running errands and I walk in the morning and at night, I get 10,000 steps in a day. But you guys need to be getting in your steps. Some activity, any activity, no matter what it is, whatever you think is fun for you to do. Because the next thing I'm sure you're thinking is, oh, I hate working out. I hate doing this. I hate doing that. I'm always hungry. I'm always snacking. You need to figure out what works for you. A good book that I did a video on a while back was Atomic Habits. That's one of my favorite books, and I think everybody should read it. It talks about how small little habits stacked on top of each other, or habit blocking or habit stacking, he calls it, can change everything. Read that book. It's awesome. The hormone replacement therapy, the tirzepatide, weight training, walking with a weighted vest if you can, or hand weights or ankle weights or whatever, something to add weight to your walk. Getting up when it pops in your head to do something. Every little bit of calorie burn helps. And just being mindful about what you put into your body. I don't eat sugar very often at all. And if I do, it's from a coffee creamer that I borrowed from my manager at the office. You know, so like a tablespoon of coffee creamer that she likes. It's like the peppermint mocha one or something. I don't buy that, but if I'm in a pinch and I need it because I left my organic half and half at home, I'll use hers. On a normal daily basis, I do not eat sugar. Watch your calorie intake, and you don't have to do it every day. And by the way, if you have an eating disorder or ever did have an eating disorder, you need to take care of yourself and do what you need to do for that, and not listen to anybody else and what they're doing. And I'm not versed on that at all. So I'll keep you updated. I'm hoping to really keep the weight off. There's a weight that I'm mostly comfortable at. I feel great. I've never felt better. I will say that. I've never felt better, even when I was in my 20s. I feel amazing. I'm not 100% happy with my body yet. I need to still build muscle, especially in my butt and my thighs. I feel really good in my clothes. I can go into my closet and pick out anything and be comfortable in it. Whereas before, I would just look at something and be like, and just know how I would feel in it without even trying it on. You know, if you have any questions, let me know below. I will get back to you. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. I wish you well in everything in your health journey. Again, let me know if you have any questions below, and I'll see you in the next video.